years and still counting. Hey, what businesses? Any a dreadful beprechi and wayadefo. Oh, that's not the wife shop with more about my home the church. Oh, okay, wow. What was savings account, current account, susu account, golden susu account, and my salary loans, business loans, group loans, funeral loans, import loans, and the account pay. Wow. Now, one branches as well. Well, branches 13. Our Shanto region. Amokom Alaba, Kejetiata for Ahensan Asafo, Bomso, Adako Dache, if you just see Kumewu Banko, Bodumasi, our Drobonso, be out there from 050-134-0083 and then 020-2028-337. Kumewuma Rural Bank PLC, the listening bank. Hello, sports at Napaka Muyatia.
Five minutes past 2. Yatana said, "I could hear some bro." Hello, Power Sports. Every time we come and send me and Sababo, I could hear some. Every 7 years, man, and 7 baby who come kakra. And son, Nanomi and Son back a fire, Cassiabo. Your first Champions League and matches in the beer to Arsenal Coche Inter 3-1. Real Madrid winning 6-1 against Monaco. And other games in the so about to us. Senegal president and so the place and the technical team now Mama Baso. Sikano emu duye papa nensase ana ode ache the entire team omutimi yakode AFCON ade aba AFCON so yi best 11 Sadio Mane lead team no Mohamed Salah dinim and no so Julian Nuno ne papa Thomas Nuno ye referee retire o say one ne bane di komo ne bane jitum say na no goal akotoko she ne san koji na sago na wanyene hanopa enche omo di apology beba Messi na apology ni my dear wa him they try apology from the Nuno family to Asante Kotoko. Waiting Zambiaka and I hear Baby Hunko, but no moment, Makubia Darama. And the afternoon Power Sports, bro. Cow Choco toothpaste. And Karananka body to Nijabdi. No, and a Samara Pharmacy. And as a Samara Company Limited. Said, Omo, I had come on with the Eddie Guru. Or the Nijabdia, no more the Mam Kakrafra. Would you choose your see if it's a ink company if you know what do you without me to be cow kicks as all. Already a more Friday than tea. And Pedophone educate chocolate toothpaste. Now, what you cow kicks toothpaste, so they come out more Friday. A poor woman, a gamma day, almost in a one day. Indeed, Jimmy Coffee, Nabushani, Muenisu, Samara Company Limited, and a cow, chocolate toothpaste, cow case toothpaste, the other. For 0246 864798 and have 0501 454462. Cow Choco toothpaste. Happy smile. Have Activa Insurance. If you are here to Monkrasa Fiaso and as a Fia Chassis insurance policy now. It is you know car insurance. One casa insurance. Personal accident insurance. Insurance be a way be a Fakodine Activa Insurance. Our traveling insurance and so on. National so I'm the promotion number. Tomato promotion as Activa as that promotion. Omo edom customers in ase. Yeah no, I check your car as I watch it. Womo any travel planners Ghana, Malcolm, and I Enely, and Akaboma, our mother active as that promotion over the for phone is here. The dial star 713 star 313 hash star 713 star 313 hash. Now found promotion be and as a friend toll free or 0800 377 477. Channel's promotion on the 5th of March and Activa Insurance. Our client, our passion. Tropical cables. As you engineers are estate developers, building contractors, Bunya cables, and the edge to Marcus here. When the beer would be a here cables, Papa Party, a tropical cable, and I may come from our way. Now, almost at a tropical, I hear retardant cables about. I do the wow, said that I'm more than city. And now, idea, you just talk to Masaya, said I, Jinsura Jabia, Jimmy come for tropical retardant cable. Eddie amount. More sales outlet via any accredited outlet via the Copebito. Tropical cables, strong, safe, and reliable. Tropical cables, top up prequels. I have a premier Bank PLC. And run a bank here 43 years. Salam Guzo, Jumade, Damimu GD, no more Eddie, we have some customers. Ubia Benya Komatoyam, our Jumedia, Munumbedi, Avemudia, over 40 years. You can testify. They come over the Juma, Jumedia, Omudina, Harso. I feel low, so now, Bedia, Yama alone, yes, and Tata. Ya Guniam, Subos alone, what you dear, Joanna will say, Nebi Bia, Koso. For it there, I have no premier Raban and Cromatabia. There could be a current accounts, who savings accounts of fixed deposit, Impum Tosusu, salary workers loan, premier instant loan, commercial loan, agriculture and farmers loan, funeral and social loan, premier smart loan, and I feel the loan, or premier Dachi account, or and I feel made up accounts will be a amount of money. The Barrow Returns as a Western Union, Trans, Mobile Money, Unity Link, Ghana Pay, East Region of USSD, short code Nestar 992 hash. Head office no Kunzi so. From manager is down Quarendom, our 050 1318917, 050 and of 0209 8738. Info at thepremierbank.com, www.thepremierbank.com. Makion Restaurant and Catering Service for your tasty appetizer finger licking food. We are here to do Mamini Amanani and Kupini, Fufonia Konkwai, Fufonia Bunabuno, Fufonia Pochinkaka, Fufonia Rumnam Kwai, Fufonia Benkwai. Your jollof rice is on assorted, fried rice on assorted, and Pesele Palava sauce by Quentilapia by Quentin Stew, continental and Chinese menu, Furniture Squad, VIWs in Chemua, any Square EC office in the edition. Door to door, office to office delivery service. Thomas, I want to inquire for pen paper numbers in a phrase. A place who order 0322496249. Now, 0244417446. Nature Smart Dental Clinic. I get you what you chose. Oh, connect you chose. Nemom, wait, in some more. Now they were near Nature Smart Dental Clinic. You see, colors will be a bus, a brown, a money, and yeah, into for it on one puzzle. No one you see a single. You see my bonto crebu house of Filebu as you to feel. That's all that idea shows called Nature Smart Dental Clinic. Omo Cast Liberty Filling Station. When the farm depots in the deep anymore. Mom walk on Uncle Silly Dana building a golf filling station but Nature Smart Dental Clinic. The Fray Elder and Aquas was 0539 839335 0539 839335. Nature Smart Dental Clinic. So call no account to not be a cry. Upia. Which me ask come on. And do other copima Memeneda and upon what you compare to me so me Juma. Because I'm going on your man of faith, public holidays near Grasso, or more a Juma. Zanima Daruma. 13 minutes past 2. Commander Tracy. Commander. Yensha's free Champions League games in a few.
Well, the UEFA Champions League, the greatest club football competition. Now, we had the organization of the UEFA Champions League. We had the media involvement in the UEFA Champions League. Yeah, Africa, in Europe. But make me a catch or say in Africa, the UEFA Champions League is popular than the CAF Champions League, than any other club football competition. And the UEFA Champions League, a tournament beer across the 6 continents of the world. Will be attention, so. And now the World Cup, in China, there is no football competition. I don't even believe, say, the UEFA Euro Championship, no, in terms of the quality of football, the amount of investment involved, not even the UEFA Euro Championship, and a bit me compare itself to the UEFA Champions League. So the UEFA Champions League, there are a lot of attraction, a lot of news, but and it's all over the world. Maybe you have the attraction of the UEFA Champions League. Now, ever since the Champions League, so a shots here from the 50s, Real Madrid dominating here to the modern times. Which means a competition here, it has been dominated by traditional clubs. Okay. Make traditional clubs, a club like Real Madrid, are very much instrumental in the history of the UEFA Champions League. Omanka some arch rivals, Barcelona semi come on Spain. Uba baby say England, Liverpool, for instance, one of the cornerstone of the UEFA Champions League. Uko baby say Italy, AC Milan, and so dominated the UEFA Champions League will be a performances over the years. Inter Milan, of course, you cannot write Inter Milan out of the UEFA Champions League. And now, Abedu generation here, new clubs are Nanka Ubia Nan say, Wamoso Fata UEFA Champions League glory. Ebini Paris Saint-Germain. For a very long time, Paris Saint-Germain, they's been in existence. But UEFA Champions League glory be an emblem. Ebini Manchester City. For a very long time, no were in existence. No Champions League glory be an emblem. Till the emergence of Pep Guardiola. Almost a champion in the prestigious European competition. So, talking about the Champions League, evolve it. Adia saying, the emergence of new clubs ever into the Champions League. And results back where Meka say shocking, but shocking was the defeat by Bodo Glimt or more Norway. Now, Obia or analysis before the match will not have believed say Bodo Glimt be Manchester City. In football is football. A lot of things are in the permutation of football. But so we have Bodo Glimt. We have players who are more in their squad. We have a technical team. We have Omago Prama. We have more supporters. We have more reality in football, in European footballer. They are nowhere near Manchester City as a football club. Manchester City is a former champion of this competition. Bodo Glimt, meaning say quarter-final stage of the UEFA Champions League crown. I don't believe they've been there before. And Obia was like, Pep Guardiola having a bad time in the Premier League, but he's going to Europe. I got 2 matches. Yes. He's going to win this match. Then the match against Galatasaray. No, so we need and also he can make it to the last 8. But what we saw clearly tells us there's a problem at Manchester City now. And as we say, we overcoming the problem in the shortest possible amount of time, any the problem. Because a back line of your defensive setup. Now, most of the influential ones, we will say John Stones all season. John Stones on board 8 matches in Man City. We will be to say Josko Gvardiol. We will be to say Ruben Dias. And for some time, John Stones a prayer, Ruben Dias a prayer. Josko Gvardiol a prayer. This guy, Omokofa and Wolverhampton Wanderers, Matthias Nunes, yes, you are not so yari. Into the back four, no, I so disrupted, say, and it's all Manchester City, or more mobile back four now. Probably apart from the Tanaki, or more Makani in up and coming stars, or more Emrana City, performing the historic treble, continental treble, no more Kaho, they don't have that much experience. And no results are by, it's so unfortunate, but Guardiola only time. For instance, when we say Wakofa a defender in Magui, Crystal Palace for captain, or a centre back or dinner by But when will this guy, get to know his teammates, gel with them, and solve the backline problems of Manchester City? Pep Guardiola, what he can do in football, but I believe one of his biggest problems, and time is not on his side. Naturally, he believes that his players are not to be blamed, and he feels in the English Premier League, for instance, he has time to fix his problems. But in the Champions League, on a couple of times with Barcelona and with Man City, I don't believe that this time Guardiola beat me qualify into the round of 8 in the Champions League. So Man City problems there. In 7 matches, Oma winning 2. And these 2 were in cup competitions. In the Premier League, for instance, Walusu 1, Abo draw 3. And if you are chasing a national team, Meka say almost so they are on a very fine run of form. So Pep Guardiola has little time to fix his team in the Champions League and in the English Premier League.
Okay. Well, someone to Akim Bukim and I attend on the Champions League. Somebody Thomas Nunu, on the Bani Julian Nunu.
You see, that's where I have the problem. Moye Thomas Nunu in the Bani Julian Nunu. Thomas Nunu will officiating match. And how does he come in? How does he come in? I don't get it. How does that man? He was not the man in the center of affairs. Ono ankudi referee. Na yet then ono na beka na mebana ye mistake. Nebano even po so ba bontin be admit say why mistake. Would the mistake bring Kotoko points and anko munya? No. So you see, Mamu ma crowd violence. When we said before, it do baby ye ni abotre for near maybe. And yen fancy football ni basa will be memhano. Even at the national team level, now it's saying AFCON. Yemu dia Senegal supporters ikoye. Yemu dia Senegal coach and some of his players omoye. You see, sometimes self frustrated system na ame binum ade emrane show mom sem no my do ompe. Me mom there. Say me catch you say me happy about this so-called apology from father and son. Me catch you say na me dada. Father and son should just park themselves somewhere. Julian Nunu ne papa ni nyina omo mpe baby for mo tontena. The system should work. Say referee kodi referee tra. Na ye jano no kono abepacho. Na ne wo fa ne nananom no mo pacho. How is this going to solve the problems of officiating? In the Ghana, club be say me call league center, but I am not going to kick the ball. Young apostles, so that's how no matter threatening. Or what threatening said they will go to the league center, they will not play the match because why? Referee say bu omusama omuka omunya kamafo. And in never way you know because today, where is Gaka? And then Gaka ni ho. And what I can say they are dead. Say Gaka wa no influence. No influence. Enti kwatoko they've lost 3 maximum points. Na patrol say yebo league. Na team bi opeson the league no. Na okwa away no kunya 3 maximum points. Na referee concern referee bi. Concern way. Eka say, oh, go there. You go kraba manje. No we no be patrowa. Na eka 2 matches. Eka last match. Na kotoko ni team bi na epre ho. Na ebia team no lead kotoko 1 point. At the end of the last match or the 1 point na Aji League no. Wow sanka kotoko points na rightfully due to kotoko no. O de mana anka sa team no ontimi mpa no. Ono be pa no by 2 points. Yeah. Enti me mom there. Sa concern apology we there. Se me ka say a apology bi o se so a na me boa. We should not be living like ye atete kwafo. O se wiase kɔ dani ma abefo ne emeba no. Yensu yema ya adwen ya abefo na abefo ne ma ne bisusu ba yensu ya brabom. Because for why? For why will a referee who himself born? Sanka referee ka kire me say or your mistake. Na why mistake ka fine. Where do you say? Referee Julian Nunu admitted disallowing clear goal for Kotoko. Debio, who admitted say what disallow a clear goal for Kotoko and what pretense? Say we not so say. Say Kotoko and who you were he. So what kwaje bribe Buntina who disallow go no. He did not even give proper reasons why or disallow go no. And our reasons into a disallow go no or they can
Or say the man say na incident push and pull bi o.
You see.
Na samba type PPP.
You see. One the man some concern. A man some concern na bra basem say me ba ne say incident bi o ho na de be na de be. Asem we ka ne hefa. Asem we ye ka ne hefa. Ye ni Ghana ha. And a new sports minister ya by Kofi Adams so wo ye adwuma pa. Yes, sports minister we. Me tene so na ma sorry me wi me ba no. Sports minister we me tene so na ma sorry. Kofi Adams wo ye adwuma pa. Okay, Kofi Adams wo ye adwuma pa. And then Ghana Premier League no ja skase ne de mo
20 billion.
20 saying
Billion.
That's 2 million Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Last season, champions of the Premier League no just saying
1.5.
Menti the okano
1.5
1.5 there.
billion.
1.5 billion any 20 billion I say. 1.5 billion no. Entimi to one single player. But 20 billion can buy 10, 15 players. Oh, we have good quality. Entiane, because we need Premier League no maji 20 billion, 2 million Ghana cedis. Now referee Julian Nunu, nkwan concern referee obedi no we on the papa. Abema kwaku ananse achopa na yesu yaji atum. Junior, achopa we ni agituma enye yi. Ena Kotoko chairman so no nasma waka say GFA should improve Ghana Premier League officiating or na no aka ne kwa. Omo so betie ne kwa. Until the Ghana Premier League clubs, any GACA, Ghana League Clubs Association, one more best sorry, so no more insist on the right thing being done. Why? You hear near my baby, you hear can't be VAR, no boy is saying, I ain't into VAR into a domestic football competition. I didn't into VAR into the Premier League. And can ref, you know, who say why a mistake, and can VAR from prompting so ref. But where they are mistake. Now, now, if there is any correction, you do it. And then you more be some of football moon. And then improper decisions by the referees are corrected by the video assistant referee. And so one could me can be there. Say referee. The only reason this allow Sago no was that ne your money BB. Until see on farming ko baby or dem ko bia. He was under inducement. Only motivation be as Kotoko ne baby any Gold Stars ball. Wo Julian Nunu you support to mu bia. Wo kwa ye wo na Gold Stars na mai. Da be na support to Gold Stars. Da be na support to Kotoko support to mu bia. Enti woni any motive. Woni a friend say who need a bibia wo de be boa any of them. O hwe say bibia be koso na kwan so do be bo no mo de no ni nkunim. Na akwaje konkonsa ball we wie be patro wa. Me so betimi atena aka ache o say bibi wo watch bibi enti na waje sa de no. Enti wo de yemfa na chopa ni nso na chopa we de enko ba bia. E na Kotoko chairman no so na sema waka ache DF no. O metie ne kwa without pressure. Sir, lack of equipment in our football no. Ebema sa nema we BSC 2001 they betimi de ache ye ho. That time na we are seeing na kwa na VAR be any ho. 2001 no na VAR be any ho. And now the machines aba, infidia ba, until we can improve the standard of play now in our league. Now, Kwaji concern Adam would dear reading decision we are no as about the catcher self by a show. And now the moment be a who say ya. Now referee be taking a very awkward decision. We are not a patrol. Now Sanke bet me ako yanimi na footballer. You know to a berry.
Okay. Well,
now we are.
Well, some of you
any doctors or more confirm watching. They can also be careless. No, are you operation? No, are you anyhow? No, we are not a position of fortune. And give it to me on my room. And I hear if you say decisions of a referee, I will pack so a bit me trigger a very violent reaction. I will pack so. I'm a nipper prama. Yasia Japade. And the referee ojina in Finfina would be a bar. Would the borna or so making sure say we are fair to the two teams. The better side win. Who when you Gold Stars chairman and now your Kotoko, your friend is a management member. Do be winning found. Just apply the rules of the game.
Coach Otuado.
Patch was anyway.
Coach Otuado also pay backroom staff reinforcement. Yeah, share. I mean, Mr. Kofi Adams and so the Beckham one.
Kofi Adams there.
Then I will say
oh yes, Kofi Adams the member no so because sports ministers are yenyomo in the Fourth Republic. Ebia mi Edward was say Kofi ni kodo banwe do no free hwa. Meet me the Kofi Adams account because Kofi Adams is doing very well. Share Yera Kofi Adams by na Ghana Premier League. Na the organization na ABB or kahubi na sa Adisa Way Productions si ba ya ile. Ye Premier League teams before kick off cry ye be bobo no cry na sa buy mo musika.
Yeah.
Say na ye hu bi of Fourth Republic, ye hu bi that. Okay. Kofi Adams kro ya no keka and a sports development bill. Me kai say President Kufuor time na sa idea we buy. Sports Minister Abako, Sports Minister Abba Omoko. Me share that say Sports Minister Biaba what taking this issue very serious. Until say somewhere last year December, I think 18th December or so. Yes, 18th December. And a parliament passed the sports development bill. And a be a coin, sports development fund. Na eno kra no pass e boni wi eno nse mam Ghana ha no ye betimi pass e mra bi o mra hye badwam na nso so se mra ne be ye adwuma na ye adwuma no na e bibi e ho na ene mate se o ma appoint one doctor Mawuku woku se ono na emreda sports management sports bill no member no fund no for na ye betini apesika gum na ye dia boa sports development in Ghana one no medano and I believe say a very good start by the minister say Ghana ha the any account was in football account was some see any academy say VAR with a sports development fund no ye betimi to VAR machine CBF fund ya yati ye betimi scare bebem no football scare bebem no ye betimi anya akade bi ti say VR machine amaking ye betimi anya sporting infrastructure ye betimi kura aboa me anya modern stadiums ye betimi aboa ma obi o wa yes referees communication gadget there and referees GF na kura ntimi ntom nyai and only boy say you see in terms of stadium near the ade stadiums near the ade obi o wa or a young person or football talent or kura bi ase you bet me man scholarship to bia krokasiem waba Prempeh College into obo ne ball no e wo ye friend say obo ne ball no wo school Prempeh College no a o san sua de ka ho no he's in a big city he can play for King Faisal obetimi abokumasi Asante Kotoko Accra obetimi abo house folk e me okọ presec ne ade and the state will be helping such athletes because omo potential no more talent no but they come from meka say baby a so uja no ho a the talent ne bewu enti honorable Kofi Adams ye bebo na baso na ye wura no so a ye di na ba beda sports fund na no ye say he has so much experience in banking and finance omomodin na the experience of banking and finance no o ma ne nya adwuma ye friend Dr. David Kofi Waku na utie ni background da ye say he's been into banking and how ye dani sika nti ye besere no adwuma kese na ye de ama no ye me gidi se mpenfo gini di ntindom de ama no a novelty in our country Ghana sports development fund ye de anu aka afi na ba nti omo ne nya adwuma na ye adwuma yi a dachi bia ne be legacy for ono Kofi Adams and na yewura Dr. David Kofi Waku nso no ono so betima ba be ne legacy say na Ghana na ni bibia about sports development fund e ba ye nso no mfaso pa idea bani now osi Otuado say obehia technical backroom staff reinforcement anyway Okaso, you're right. We are going to the World Cup. Nations Cup qualify. ni akoso ya ho ode ahwe. Enti we are not like the other countries are. Omutimi qualify for the World Cup like Senegal, like Morocco. They qualify for the World Cup and they also qualify for the Nations Cup. Backroom staff reinforcement, they are no. Because World Cup, no, Okoshia coaches Akuku Dam. Ghana and England were match, me wa. Mtube Sha Thomas Tuchel. And if you look at the English national team, omo backroom staff, obi ya here ni bia obi. Ya backroom staff. Apart from Otuado Nankasa. Why and the why bit me near Thomas. Enti Oka say ye bia Udika. Now you hear bia in what areas of the backroom staff? For instance, we'll be Samia. Mekacho see here a very big person as a first team coach, as first assistant coach. A club football and Quebec as a first team coach. My memo a very good example. Michael Carrick. Oya Kolariso coach him. But when in the first team coach, Steve Holland. Yeah. Why is Steve Holland? Go and read the background of Steve Holland. Apart from managing national teams, why the record was maybe say Chelsea. And you hear an experienced hand. Beyond the face, you need an experienced hand. Enti many otoa adoya adwene Black Stars ya di John Paint no ma na ekọ World Cup ne dia ene ebe den. We need, for me, an assistant coach or equally good as Otuado or better than Otuado. Otuado there wa qualify enti e better say de ne beko e first say de ne beko. Na you see, sometimes behind the face, I near one crophobia more in the background. One must hear money be. Oh, Obi say Mikel Arteta or a trusted assistant. Emra na Georgian club or near Mama Liverpool. He had a trusted assistant. Emra na Manchester City, Pep Guardiola, Gigi left, right, and center. No, he had a trusted assistant. In TV mom dear. Maybe Kokasi and change goalkeeper's trainer. Fatau Dauda. So they goalkeeper's trainer.
Lion.
Me who say your goalkeeper's trainer problem. Me who say your goalkeeping problem. Me ubisamia World Cup ya yekwi. Me who say your goalkeeping problem. Okay? Your goalkeeper ni adene kono. And I say currently your goalkeeper's look why Benjamin Sarri. Why be Atuzigi? Why be
Manaf?
So you see, we have a goalkeeping problem. And rather changing the goalkeeper's trainer, but find a goalkeeper who can stand the test of time at the World Cup. I mean, who is a time I will me is one. And the same structure. And so your backroom staff are a very strong assistant coach. Na onyenechi, na ombakeno. The last item. And probably I'll touch on the AFCON after me, Jim. You say former board member Barry Metuahine. Or the Atu Togbi after the name say Togbi any Vincent so will do to any Alaji Brima. I can't be free has team. Oh, that's asking me there.
And then there's
I check to say Adam and Eve. Barry Metuahine 2026 Ade, when you say me yakan. Onya omo team. House of Folk is a limited liability company. And today, House of Folk is the only Ghanaian club out of shares. Probably they are on the Ghana Stock Exchange.
Now, Papa Dukra was it the best workout in a year to my Alaja can be.
Into Omo Jinan Chaya. Omo ye House of Folk. Yampama Kambini. Odo tell me no omo yadene. Me no omo yadene 1,000,000%. Ba sembi ya uka na nipa na obetumi obetumi ayan sisa na emfa ne ho a uka no atwa so. Enti bari matu ahene. Bese no nyai na de aka no. Togbi afede na ne group no. Woman figure out how and why a big club like Hearts of Folk. In modern times, you have a club at African Continental Trophy Ghana for a Hearts of Folk.
Yeah.
In 2000, the Champions League by. In 2001, Kumasi Sports Stadium, I did the Super Cup. In 2004 and 5, Kumasi Sports Stadium, I did the Confederations Cup.
Leading edition.
Now, all of a sudden, House of Folk is on a nosedive. At a time, one of Ghana's richest men. Papano, or one of Ghana's richest men. Okay? Me call a traditional rule or what because I know family. He can't ball as him. He's an astute businessman who Skasusu na yade born. A scan yade born. Manchester City name one for you no sorry PSG for your sorry. And yes, there is no way Manchester City be sorry. Emra United PSG be sorry. Emra Olympic Marseille Enti Togbi yanisani wa kuma beto yem. And it's over to Togbi after there. It's one person I respect so much because or your hinibia Naniji board American one be a board chairman, no a board member. American one be a board member, no the Sikasha has no. And she managing home, but to be a board chairman, team no be or some be a majority shareholder. Niju medi obabe di has the Mikasa manage who are not dying wabisi and the secretariat wabisi. Any clubhouse ni manema na wabe no enye the footballing activities already ye marking enye Senegal 150 euros plus 1,500 square meters of land. Yes, Senegalese president wadi 45 years. Mfia duanan num.
Very very young man.
Enti oyobia me kwa benyi chem. Oyobia na ni jebo ho yi pa. Ye fra no Bashiru Diomaye Diaka Fire 45 years. And then the Prime Minister Osman Sonko and so the 51. And to also you're young. And Senegal, I don't know. Emira Black Stars, I am Kobintino. Last time I called Nations Cup, year been 2023.
Yeah.
You call Flagstaff House man and Akufo-Addo Jai. Senegal for Subai, we almost call Nations Cup. Almost call Presidential Palace. No man Penino, Senegal for almost Francano.
Yeah.
What the money dia, one man train the side, they are for Diahum. Send your flag, no. Not their share captain in some, one a technical team, no. Any team in answer, no, we know. Almost tired side in the power.
Yeah, William Minchipu in Kaga, almost a Dabaku this year, and Momo National Stadium, team be a final training and will be up or free. Bless you, I'm the call.
And see, what was the difference between Senegal and Ghana?
Yeah.
What the difference between Senegal and Benin?
Huge.
What the difference between Senegal and Uganda? What the difference between Senegal and Zambia? Now, CAF, what you said, the next tournament, Tanzania,
Uganda,
and
Kenya.
One kind of photo. Kenya from Arab Moya, President to Daniel Ruto. Uganda, Museveni from 87 as the same basis. So Tanzania, omukwa de nansi oma to Obama, Obabesi wewiem. Ama ntokwa ni nipa ye for more Tanzania. One more time on prepare Ababesi Stadium.
The only 1 year this year.
Ababesi Stadium. It's Morocco they are na posro. CAF wana side they are na perform and it's black man sense. Only in black man land and that's how Nema will be seen. Because UEFA and far tournament not tournament no on pijam on left the bar. No ankasa signed now no fall bar in mafo. Junior by force. See a tournament bet my Uganda ne Tanzania no one for. Yeah, from a country sir, one more the infrastructure. May every year, every 2 years, with the man Morocco, Egypt, mind you, South Africa,
Cote d'Ivoire.
Very good, la Cote d'Ivoire. Nigeria, man for mom, Ghana, man for mom. Ghana, Baba, I supposed to do an hour. You had to call your African Nations Cup. And see, Pokumi fancy, Anna, 7 days.
Okay. Well, Mercedes Libya by you from Crespo Fufum. I'm watching you live from Fufum. My darling club, FC Barcelona, will dismantle Slavia Praha tonight. Masa, Mom in the Wendra and City go book.
Debbie, Menene Yadene. Just a match where a match, both teams will score.
Okay.
Slavia for the Beshebi, but Barcelona will score more than them. Okay. Barcelona do more problem defensively. But money Monica, Omo mani mo no.
Okay.
Ah.
Well, also when is Ghana going to do what Senegal has done? I'm a Ghana. Okay, Lawrence, watch it. It will take a long time. This is a sign actually now. I don't know. And I feel Kofi Annan black man, and so just say, oh here live or pig farm in Accra. And I know Kusuko Jokrum, or also just say, oh boy, Yabaso, congratulations to Arsenal for dismantling Inter. And tonight, Pafos will finish Yanum Chelsea Fala.
Hey.
Pafos Chelsea.
Omo market no. Match omuntwa over 3.5 for Chelsea.
Chelsea special goals.
Oh yeah, Chelsea special goals.
Okay.
This is a fine opportunity for Chelsea to score goals. Bayern Munich Union Saint Gilles as a foreign almost for Belgium.
For Belgium.
Almost so I expect Bayern Munich to have over 3.5 goals.
Okay.
And then matches the goals with them. Atletico Madrid ne Galatasaray, for instance. I don't expect less than 3 goals.
Okay.
Less than 3 goals. Because Galatasaray will go home. Osimhen aba. Atletico Madrid so sorry of later. Omu shiao na omu lusukra na they score goals. Ain't you know?
Okay.
And the Champions League goals with them.
Well, Krokrasi is also Eddie Biaba. Krokrasi say, we're here live. For say, goal scored by Kotoko against Gold Stars was perfect. We supporters of House of Folk were happy when the referee disallowed it for a foul. Okay. Or no, the other.
See, the goal according to Onu was perfect. Maybe can't even the perfectness or the or otherwise of the goal. The American say me Kotoko na ya me team na goal no. I will claim a goal.
Yeah.
Goal Stars one ya disallow goal na mom no. They also be happy say goal ni ya disallow. But say efidie won finfin a. Efidie no won finfin a. Efidie no be ka dokwe.
Be justify. Am you who be
and the league ya boy would 20 billion no. Junior and say 1.5 billion asem no. And they would 20 billion. Tell the
bro. Robbie.
Senior, I remember Senegal man pen nabaso was sacrifice Sikano price money no because Joe says Senegal $10 million. And one watch and America was say was sacrifice Sikano because of here in terms of Sikao they my players no player be $135,000. Into yes, Okanina Bomo $6.2 million. Wow. It is $3.8 million. And O quantify land now do more preparation wise.
1,500
yes
square.
Yes, meter square. And preparation wise, Sika ko mu into preparation near adena. Looks like Sikana omukwaje price money no. No. But over pride na o man nya. Eni gia omudi abo man ni mo bia na difficulties be cry come but omuje trophy in kabomu a. And dia about man no ahwe parade no.
We never been for.
Oko France ya chi nipa versus 63. Say Senegal for do na e France. Ya chi be 63 nam. Eni gia moro so ni ade a amukokodi nti. More like while we see kind of price money minimum.
And 2027. On Besaji.
On compete. The last one omoji Cameroon 2022 no. E move 4 players. And I know more forming the core of the team. Drissa Gana Gueye, Sadio Mane, Edouard Mendy. Omuna any kind of Koulibaly. Yes, but I know more almost say about 2021. Remember the say I know about Koulibaly position.
Look at this guy Diarra,
Habib Diarra. On team I'm finally because of yellow card accumulation. But no, but still the final campaign the attack was on the bench.
Ismail Assar.
Sir was on the bench, you know, Nicolas Jackson.
Look at our ages 21, 23, 21, 22, 21, 24.
Goalkeeper no Kalidou Koulibaly, Gana Gueye, and then Sadio Mane.
Oh,
Saudi Arabia, yeah.
Not that good way.
No, Chelsea.
Go that way.
Oh, Hasenful.
Then
yeah, as your history say they look at goalkeepers in a quiet boy.
What cabin you did local goalkeeper? No, what cabin you do local goalkeeper?
Qualification to 2006 that is Samir J. But
Samir qualify you as the number 1. That time Richard Kingston sorry gidi you.
Kalipoma no beji
I'm the Fatau Dauda to 2014 right?
Okay.
And Okokodem from Ashwood.
Fatau Dauda.
Yeah.
2014.
Yeah.
Was it number 1?
Yeah, against Portugal.
Against Portugal, them.
Only Kwarasi Nana.
Fatah Udauda.
Against Cristiano Ronaldo.
Against Portugal, na tournament na say we.
And over your backroom staff na senior. Your best 15 to 16 backroom staff. They will try to say action for one. Minimum say. You been through one year for machine. Why not? So says young for me count yeah. But my point is this year you be through because senior sorry Autorado head coach. Ubenya then one affair as assistant coach.
Yeah, ono yeah.
Ubenya Fatah Udauda goalkeeper coach.
Ono kwa ye reinforcement man.
Oh, Fatah Udauda is not a problem. We say materials not normal yet man is a problem.
Derek Bonsu athletic coach. Prince Pambo, team doctor.
No problem, no
Chris Piquet, psychologist. Edward Ababio, Samuel Ankuma, team Mazoa. George de Gravi, team video analyst. Awa Salifu, video analyst. Amin Shadow, team manager. Issa Madu, Kate officer. Rahman Al Hassan, Kate officer. About best 15 to 16 backrooms. 17. See, you be a problem in competence.
Who say?
Now, what am I jumping to you?
Obi say, Obi say equipment officer. Issa Amadu. You don't need to change him.
No.
Obi say Dr. Pambo. You don't need medical officer. You don't need to change him.
Yeah.
Baby, Obi say the video analyst.
Yeah.
You don't need to change him. Matisse has also bought Mapa. Yes, of Holland.
Yeah.
You don't need to change him. But clearly, we assistant coaches no. We Desmond of a few. Master more Macan. Main cast of the suspect. Yeah, you are more danger or more.
Master Shefa and she a technical director.
Oh, Shefa.
And Shefa
on the technical director is different from
the
technical team.
Yeah.
Oh no, he advises the technical team. But Omo take the decision to be advised upon.
Yeah.
Omo ye can say, especially here
assistant coach. The direct assistant to Tuado.
Yeah.
Or see you be an intimate.
That's one of them.
Couldn't say during a match, the regular coach can be red carded.
Yeah, any day.
Couldn't say during a match or during a tournament, the regular coach can be suspended.
Yes.
What happens? The regular coach in the war.
Assistant coach.
Your back touchline or equally important as Nipana.
Yeah.
I regularly.
Obetimi cry yare. Yare obetimi yare. Obetimi.
Say technology the other community koso. The kind of last time now advice technical director Shefa ever so speaking to Utuado. Utuado said that's my friend coach na. Apart say
Kola coach Emra Enzo Maresca. You are suspending our VIP. No, I communicated to. Omo former goalie what's the
Caballero? Caballero.
Willie Caballero. So, Massa, you say, and then there will be a flow where the national team won.
Yeah.
Afena,
also assistant coach in Guti.
Now, Bebani, I say,
and senior, okay, any year for the Senegal forward 2 assistant coaches. So me abroad. And you remember the promotion no more approach. Malik Bonatia, no Mukasaguna. So one is Telly Perrin.
Yeah.
One of the assistant coaches. Omi abrofo nti omo ne na ye adwuma
so we change
this first trainer cry broni ana o train woni
an kan say ya bi before ne nya de omo ya de ba nim de obi we de emfa ho ne nim de nim fie emfa ho ne nim de
ba de odi ba
o konfa no chia doctor panyini Paul konfa no chia e Ghana ni ba be konfa no chia abrofo so ye adwuma o abrofo doctor so ye adwuma o ba Bibini bisu ho a oye own in the chair bruni doctor no ye.
Yes.
But what we are saying is say your backroom staff here we you to ado ne si nchen a.
Obi kra so to ado kra na dey. Obi dia obi so to ado kra.
Say
obi so to ado kra na dey.
No ka odika. Na ya gram na qualify for the World Cup there. Ebeye etimodin sem se ebe pam no. And before the World Cup qualification your pam no they are fine. By now I qualify in there. We are fine on fire and call. Be you be an insema din obetimi aboa no. Because the World Cup is a very big stage. But England
is John Pinto part. But this is
can be assistant coach. Yeah.
Now who say is John Pinto part? What's he?
All listen.
I need to assistant coach.
Oh, assistant coach.
Or professional coach about and say. Dada na no dey come.
Ya dey man kwaro ni
certificate. Osiwa man for.
Ya dey man kwaro ni nkrata. Ya dey man kwaro ni nkrata no kwa dey man.
Okay. Happy birthday Ekoma. Obaku we every Piero was paid. Piero say Obako have a wonderful day, happy birthday. And I mean Ensa Isha Benji on face say we also Chelsea is winning by 7 goals to 0. And we are expecting more goals in today's UEFA Champions League game. Chelsea and Paphos. We are also watching Wisdom Wisdom of say Boama MC Achumangwe we just south. One idea ban set up on which is a fantastic show set your DCP Robbie.
Senior, Nigeria for them making allegations. We say best 11 of the tournament, you know. Kevin Bassey, who make a case said the man over the defensive setup now.
By depending on the
Oh yes,
the position
Kevin Bassey, yes. Many other for the
position one is
Kevin Bassey, yes. Because over defenders now. Ashraf Hakimi, Musa Niaketi, Nasa Kevin Bassey.
Kevin Bassey,
okay,
because
Musa Niaketi,
okay.
No, but you see, Kevin Bassey, no, born so here Nigeria for matches of boy out. One of the most authoritative defenders of this tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm saying Morocco for us to say. At between that machine and if I got them come back. But yeah, only the Niakiti
backline now.
Niakiti
yeah. Masraoui or Manchester, no Manchester names or Betis. Manchester United still. Yes, or no won't be. Yes, Morocco.
Hakimi, so no. I want for making cases that. The first time said 3 matches were moving. And you hear players are
they come up to for Osai.
So okay. Okay.
First 3 matches were moving. 3 matches and so bebo, 4 matches and so bebo. None more than what is
also. Yes. On the shape penalty man.
Consistent players. And yet this tournament alone from the World Cup in 2022 to data. Sir Ashraf Hakimi. Yeah. One of the most consistent African players.
African best player.
Yeah. Now, I mean, me can't wait down with the sorry to say, a coming Kwan, Morocco, funny Egypt, funny Tunisia, funny Hawaii, funny Yankee, UMF Cup of Nations. Now, Komoko Umunianum Arab for them because what do you? So, of course, social media. That Omulusu match. Now, Morocco ni a senator to now, what we say, let him be the all because Senegal for Ashom and the rest of Africa now, we did to and I was like, wow, we are in 2026. The Nigeria need lady be journalist one fan chom cry. One fan chom cry.
We are Papa so also boycott Senegal head coach, postman. Quite for the central so say Omo withdraw from the game. They also a free press conference room.
But yes, I cap nanka. Almost about waiting. I show money.
Almost say Omo kwa FIFA rules in the moon. Baby say Ujai Bob. I could do some time. Like I always ref in every still for. They say he gave the crowd on them trust.
Trophy the Senegal for the cheese, but it was Senegal.
But Senegal they'll be punished too.
Yeah, you have to.
Almost suspending coaching indefinitely.
Already.
Yeah.
Already because on the case
by kudos to Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane
will be punished.
Sadio Mane Alhaji Diouf, Nian, and a fake Leroy. Also, me and son catch them so.
Initially, no one making a stand.
You see, Sadio Mane from us, Robert Tikan, from the start, there was no way I know better now. Say, you are dressing with you sign ma for him. You check akra. Now you sign to a bonus. But how will you sit down in this age, 2026? Say, your bobo, referee, I take a decision, but the referee not being to know. Your mobile, yeah, may the soul of Jerry Asai rest in peace. Your mobile is such a
Robbie, sorry.
I'm a sorry, but yeah, for a best operations manager, the Pamia, and so on. I see man, I'm in show money at Tabis.
Okay, yeah, news at 3 up next, 4:50.